We bring you the latest updates from the Pna Newsroom. More Kadiwa ng Pangulo stores are opening outside Metro Manila in line with President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.'s vision to provide affordable and accessible food to every Filipino. In Santo Tomas, Batangas, the President led the launch of the Kadiwa ng Pangulo on Wednesday. Marcos said the Kadiwa will give local, micro, small, and medium enterprises or MSMEs the means to recover after the pandemic and give consumers access to cheaper food amid rising inflation. It will also benefit food producers who can sell fresh farm produce directly to the public. Marcos said there are currently more than 500 Kadiwa stores operating all across the country. Marcos previously launched the Cebu Kadiwa ng Pangulo last February 28. With the help of local government units, producers and farmers, he said, more outlets are opening soon. In Batangas, 12 farmers, organizations, and cooperatives participated in the Kadiwa launch, generating a substantial sales of over 243,000 pesos. The Commission on Higher Education, or CHED, condemned hazing and violence in schools in light of the hazing-related death of Adamson student John Matthew Salilig. In a statement, CHED offered its deepest condolences to Salilig's family. It said it will remain steadfast in its efforts to rid higher education institutions of hazing and all forms of senseless acts of violence. CHED Chairman Prospero de Vera commended Justice Secretary Jesus Crispin Remulla for ordering the National Bureau of Investigation to conduct a parallel investigation on the case. He also enjoined all schools, faculty, staff, students, and other higher education stakeholders to strive to end the culture of violence in their institutions. Meanwhile, the Philippine National Police, or PNP, called on fraternities in schools to adopt a strict policy pursuant to Republic Act 8049 or the anti-hazing law. PNP Public Information Office Chief Colonel Redrico Maranan said school officials should communicate with the families of students and work with the PNP to handle cases like hazing in their vicinity. He also urged the academe to monitor and talk with student fraternity members regularly. To date, the PNP has recorded a total of 178 incidents of hazing since the year 2012. Meanwhile, Lieutenant Colonel Virgilio Hopia, Acting Chief of Police of Biñan, Laguna, said they are still looking for 7 other persons of interest in the case. 6 others have been brought in for inquest at the Department of Justice today. Instead of dissolving the Metropolitan Manila Development Authority, or MMDA, Senator Christopher Lawrence Bongo said it would be better to just address internal issues within the organization. Go made the remark amid calls to abolish MMDA and transfer its functions to the Metro Manila Council, composed of all mayors in the region. He said the MMDA has already taken up an important part of people's lives in Metro Manila by helping to keep the region under control. Manila 3rd District Representative Joel Chua, who is pushing for its abolition, claims that the MMDA has been encroaching on the authority of Metro Manila LGUs and duplicates the work of the national agencies. Acting MMDA Chairperson Romando Artes, meanwhile, said he does not see any overlap in the functions performed by the organization, saying the MMDA partners with other government agencies in carrying out initiatives. Artes also added that since the MMDA was established by law, it could only be repealed by another law. The MMDA was created on March 1, 1995 by virtue of Republic Act 7924. A total of 121 new cases of the highly contagious Omicron subvariants have been detected by the Department of Health, or DOH. According to the DOH, 122 samples were sequenced between February 20 and February 24 by the Research Institute for Tropical Medicine and the University of the Philippines Philippine Genome Center, Mindanao. Out of the complete samples, roughly 60 were identified as BA.2.3.20, 33 as XBB, 8 as XBC, and 20 as other Omicron sublineages. Meanwhile, the number of Omicron subvariant XBB.1.5 cases in the country has increased to 6 with the recent detection of 3 more cases. The DOH said the 3 additional infections are local cases. Experts said the Omicron XBB.1.5 subvariant, known as the Kraken, is the most contagious among the other COVID-19 subvariants. And that is the latest and the biggest stories from the Pna Newsroom. For more news content, visit our webpage or head on to the Philippine News Agency's Facebook and Twitter accounts. We are also shown on the FB page of the Presidential Communications Office. I am William Theo. We tell stories that inspire change. Good evening, everyone.